What's a dirty play? That is the question. We welcome in NBA analyst Bruce Bowen. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I watched you last night on SportsCenter talk about this, so I want to know, what is your take on this? And obviously you're always honest, but do you think it was a dirty play?
No, I don't think it was a dirty play. I think it was a play that should have been called a foul. Now, a dirty play is somebody taking a guy out of the air where he has no way to brace his fall or something like that. He walked into Kobe while he was in the air. And the first play I saw, I was like, oh, he contested. But then I saw the replay, and I see him keep moving as Kobe gets the separation on the fadeaway. That's all this is. But it's because of his past history with Kobe that people want to immediately go with the dirty card. I mean, he's done things to Kobe in the past that is now, I think, is more of the forefront than what actually took place last night.
Well, that's not my reason for it. And I think it was a dirty play. And, you know, in fairness to Dante, I reached out, Skip, Bruce, I called him. We've been playing phone tag. I've been on the air, so I haven't been able to return his phone call. I'm quite sure he has a different take, as he tweeted, as you pointed out, he tweeted. And I'll be interested in hearing what he has to say.
Well, but the tape doesn't lie.
But it's the tape.
That's what he said. Tape don't lie.
The tape doesn't lie.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And what I'm saying is this. I don't believe he's a dirty player. But I do believe that was a dirty play. And the reason I believe it's a dirty play, Bruce, is because intent matters. And I'm not talking about intent in terms of intentionally twisting somebody's ankle. I'm saying when you are defending a shooter and your signature is defense, you know better than walking into somebody while they're elevated the way he did last night. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you were considered one of the elite defenders in the game, even though people had some questions about you. I even had some questions about you sometimes, even though I know you and love you, so I just let it slide. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is, you know better than me, better than most, as a defender, when somebody elevates that way and you look at the replay and the way Dante walked into him and walked under him, I'm not saying that you intended to hurt him. I'm simply looking at the play itself on face value, the tape, and to me, that's a dirty play simply because you know you don't have any business walking into and under a shooter like that.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily about him having the thoughts of, I'm going to walk under him.
Okay.
That's not the case. You know, I talk about this as a defender. You're in their space. And so I've been accused of many of things when it comes to, you know, typical plays with guys. I was in that space, so I jump, they jump. So, you know, that happens. But I will say I'm siding with Kobe from the standpoint that he created space. There should have been a foul call. Mm-hmm. I can't say that was dirt. I've seen dirty plays, and that's not a dirty play right there. I don't see it as a dirty play, and that's my opinion.
Okay, I got about 3 ways to go with you.
Uh-oh.
First of all, the foul call. Okay, if you call a foul on that play, you're going to decide that game because you're down 2 and he's going to the free throw line to shoot 2 that I would not have given him. I'm going dirty play, but I went, as I told Stephen A. earlier, sly dirty, savvy dirty, subtle dirty, because he knew exactly what he was doing. He is in the Bruce Bowen mold.
Easy,
yeah,
easy.
Okay, but he's hanging in there in this league as a defender, a hard-nosed defender. Not quite in the Bruce league, but still, all Dante does is defend. He was 0 for 5 last night. So that's what, and they put him on Kobe, which was high respect to Dante Jones for the last shot. And I don't think he defended it very well to get up and contest. Kobe got the shot off, although he was fading too much behind the backboard, but then he did walk under it. So now back to you, in your day. You know how much I love me some Spurs, and I love me some Bruce as a defender, but you did have a mystique that you built. Did you ever do that? Did you ever walk under anybody?
No, I never walked under guys intentionally to harm them.
But I'm not accusing him.
I understand that, but, I mean, to answer Skip's question, no, I never did that to intentionally harm guys. When I contested shots, I turned it out, box out. I contested shots, and that's what I said at the beginning here. This was a matter of where at first I said, oh, he contested the shot because his hands were up. Then at the replay, he never gets off the ground to jump in the air to contest a shot. Right. Now, again, I can't say that makes him a dirty player. I hate the fact that so many people will see this and immediately say, no, but I mean, it's a discredit to him.
All right,
because
fine.
he walked into him, and it's a foul.
All right, but understand, everybody doesn't look at it this way, Bruce. I don't look at me personally. If I'm looking at a play and I feel like that's a dirty play, I don't believe that makes you a dirty player. I'm just saying that I'm looking at that play on its face value and saying that's not conventional. That's not something that normally happens where you're defending somebody, particularly on a last shot, and you don't elevate at all to block their shot. You stay on the ground. You walk under them. Now, that does not mean that Dante Jones is a dirty player. I'm certainly not accusing him of being a dirty player. I'm just simply saying that if I'm teaching defense, I'm looking at that play. I'm saying that is not how you're supposed to defend that play. And that's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're taking it to that point, I get where you're going with it. And if that's what the residual effect of it is going to be, then forget it, because I don't want people to think that me or anybody else should be calling Dante Jones a dirty player. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
The play was not good.
But is that not a dangerous play?
Yes.
If you walk underneath,
Yeah.
is it not potential to hurt
Yes,
the man?
that's all I mean by it.
I mean, I get what everyone has said, and I do side with Kobe on this. And to your point, saying that you can't decide a game on free throws like that, at that particular moment, yes, you can, because the rules state that you cannot do. You can't walk into a player when he's shooting. They're calling that a foul each and every time. So, the foul call should have been called, and maybe
So
we wouldn't
you
be.
say you never did that. You never walked under a player.
No, I didn't walk under players.
Okay. Did any shooter ever come down?
Yeah,
on
there
you
were
and
plenty.
twist
There are
an
plenty of
ankle?
shooters. There are plenty of shooters that came down on my feet, and there are also players
that was
that
their
I came
fault,
down.
though. Is that what you're saying?
It wasn't my fault. I mean, come on, Skip. I mean, it wasn't my
So
fault.
how did they jump forward into you?
No, I jumped. First
Oh,
they
boy.
jump, I jump and contest, and I turn the box out. That's what I was taught as a kid. Now they
Wait,
come
so
down
you
on my
came
feet.
down way before they did?
There's been times where I've come down before them, Skip.
Okay,
I'm just asking.
Skip was just asking.
What Skip? I mean, this is what Skip does. He's seen this
Bruce.
before. He's followed the whole
Bruce,
career.
you
he
were-
wants to
you
go
were-
places that.
Bruce, more than once you were accused of doing this.
Not that. I didn't do that.
all right.
You were.
There are guys that came down on my feet. I didn't walk into them
all right.
as they shot. If you see the separation, you
right.
see him walk into.
I agree with you. I don't recall you ever being accused of that, but I do recall that there were an abundance of questions about your, dare we say, techniques defensively. Now, to the point where it wasn't confined to one specific type of play.
Right.
With you, it could be anything.
All right.
And
Now, would you not acknowledge that?
I will acknowledge that.
thank you. And
No.
one time, Kobe took a swing at Bruce Bowen and actually hit Manu. Do you remember this? He thought it was Bruce behind it.
No,
Remember that? And he got suspended?
No, let me say this, Skip. Players know who and when and where they are on the floor. It's not I didn't know Bruce wasn't right there and I accidentally hit
Do you
this
remember
guy.
when
They
Kobe
know.
got suspended before the game at the Garden? Remember that year? That's what happened against you guys at L.A. Remember that?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
I'm sure we have film.
Clearly, you could never be accused of being the second coming of Jalen Rose. Because Jalen Rose acknowledged what he
Acknowledged
did.
it.
Well, Jalen wasn't a defender.
I'm just saying that, but you're not giving. You're not acknowledging
look
anything.
here.
You're like plausible deniability.
You're like,
Wasn't me.
wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me.
I wasn't there.
Right?
I do not recall.
Ollie North. Ollie North. He went Ollie North on us. Meantime, in between time. Ollie